There we go. That still does not seem like that would have worked. If this is what happened, it'd also explain the positioning of the gunshot wounds. But then what about the footprints? Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume. Okay, I'll try using that data instead. Great, we've got 2 badges. Judging by the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I say it was a killing between the 2 kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? Of course he doesn't agree. That would be admitting that I'm right. Well done, prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime. Oh, really? He has more! Jesus. So another bit of proof. I ask that you take another good look at the tyre marks over there. The 3 marks are indicative of the blue Badgermobile. The story Officer Meekins told about that shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the blue Badgermobile in here and committed the murder. Then he used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. Did he know? You believe he moved the body with the car? That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it. The 3 tired thread marks are very telling, however. Is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? So another bit of proof. Another good look at the tyre marks over there. So the tyre marks. Yes, the tyre marks. The ones there behind the stage. Oh. They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made, they must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct? Yeah, so probably around the same time when the killer's footprints were made. The tyres on that blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that. I say it's the blue Badgermobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too. There's mud on the tyre then. Is there? Can I actually look at it? Aha! There ain't no mud. What you talking about? So, present that. Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale. And why is that? Those tyre marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the blue Badgermobile had never been to this stadium? The tyres, of course! Take a good look at the tyres. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tyre tracks, then the lack of mud on these tyres stands out as very peculiar indeed. Then how do you explain the tyre tracks, genius? Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldbeck's pink Badgermobile? Don't be ridiculous. I was sleeping the entire time in the second-tier seats. Indeed, I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. However, there is yet one more roving star, as I recall. Oh, you mean the Proto-Badger? That's right, there was one more parking space inside that garage. It proves the existence of a Proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this Proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it. What was that? Hey, did you hear something? Hell. Oh god. Help me. Oh dear. Are you alright? Oh, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West. With kidnappers. He was in the room next to the one I was held in. Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers... What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped, wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces. But one was a woman. Okay. A woman? Quite an important piece of testimony. Now what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get your cops on this already. Oh my god. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. No, you're gonna get out of my crime scene, or am I going to have to get rough? Again? You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Oh, no, no, no. Not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get away that easy. Not that easily. Don't count on me to testify, because I won't, not for you. That's right, I won't either. You hear me, you young whippersnapper? Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. Oops, wrong button. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up, I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate? Fair maidens? My, you little rascal, you sure know the way into a woman's heart. Langsy says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever. Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings. Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement. Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be. Mr. Edgeworth. Wow. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Right, okay. So... Oh wait, no. That's what I was saying, I need to... There we go. Perfect. I clicked out the window for a split second. Oh, it's here where there's an Easter egg. Okay. Okay, so Wild Wild West area. Looks like we got the boot again. With Lance safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. You mean the infighting between the kidnappers? Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper. Miles, my boy! No, it's Ernest. Tell me it's true. Tell me that you've really found my boy. Yes, Mr. Romano. We found him earlier in the stadium. Then my little Lance is unhurt? He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang. Poor Lance. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a... Okay. Right, yeah, before I actually do anything, if we go over this way... I can't quite remember where it is. There it is! Yeah! You've got Phoenix, Pearls, and Maya. They say that couples who cross the bridge together will find happiness. Also they get what a land pamphlet says. But you'd think that they'd already be happy because they were able to come together. Logistics aside, I wonder who came up with this tale and when. This bridge doesn't look old enough to be the stuff of legends. Well, some things are better left uninvestigated, don't you think? Ignorance is bliss. Oh, I thought it would point something out. That's really cool though. Yeah. Right, so... now I can actually talk to these two. Lance Amano. Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough. It was nothing. I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him. A letter? A letter? The way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know? Here, take a look for yourself. Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? It's a very simple love letter. Wait a minute, Tender Lender. The Tender Lender Loan Company. Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company, Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me. Right, love letter. And so now I can talk to her. Lanzamano. He loves me not, he loves me not. Ah, that's the 12th one. No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try. Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through. I suppose, if they were me, then... I believe you said that you are Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct? Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either. I mean, because... this isn't just any ordinary ring. It's a lollipop. It tastes so sweet when you lick it. It's so wonderful. You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring? So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out, or is it just one-sided? Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know? My father used to work for Mr. Romano, and so Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud. I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee of the Romano group. What did he do? I heard his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus. Pegasus? Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now, it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. But 10 years ago he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere and never returned. Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of. It's been so long, I don't think I'd recognize him if we were to ever meet again. I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live. This chick is a fruitcake. An absolute fruitcake. So, about this incident. Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident. How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped? Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition. You base everything on that. I know everything when it comes to my Lance. It's really strange. It really must be destiny. She started fantasizing again. Great. So, what are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth? We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two. Kidnappers Hideout. The obvious location is the Kidnappers Hideout, but we're still not allowed in, remember? Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there is no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. Yeah, we're not allowed back over to the stadium, but... Excuse me, sir. What do you have to report? Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir. Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for us, or for you to let us take a look around inside? Sir, roger, sir. Yeah. That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in? Sir, that's true, sir, but... Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. And I couldn't refuse a request from him. Well, it looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following. Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir. What is this? Autopsy. Oh! It's not an autopsy report. Colin! Oh god, okay. Wait a minute, he escaped? And not pretended. Like, made a new life for himself as a butler. Interesting. So the man in this picture, isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon? So Colin Deveray, sex male, height 5'8", 123 pounds, dominant hand right, whereabouts unknown after his escape from Penn E. Dent Prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and daughter are, I think is what it says. But the name here says Colin Deveray. That's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Deveray was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison. What? Now what was he doing here? Apparently he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. Oh. Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case? These police documents are rather detailed. We should take the time to give them a thorough read, eventually. It's fine, let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the Kidnappers Hideout. Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later. More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer. It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then the door's been wide open, sir. I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail? Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir. I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed. While you were tied up for a while in the next room. Or in the room next door. Okay, please, must you bring that up again? Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. Begin the investigation. Right, okay, first and foremost. Right, he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show her. Right. We got a mirror. Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? Where's this in the bin? This must be where they dispose of old and worn-out costumes. That's so sad. It would seem that they threw the costumes away in pieces. Okay. In the hideout, there is a trash bin for old and useless costumes. Oh, what is that? I never even saw that before. What have we here? It looks like a sword. A broken sword. Strange. Why would it be broken like that? So a broken prop sword, found lying next to the door, broken cleanly in half. Swords don't usually break on their own. That's true. Alright then, let's think about it in this way. Maybe it broke when someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. The door is thoroughly broken thanks to the police who forced it open. Oh my god, the door handle is screwed. What's that? No. Door handle. The doorknob handle thingy is looking pretty beat up. I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force. Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent. But how is that possible after what that officer told us? Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked. So the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be? The door leading outside, the door had to be forced open yet the lock is intact. Was it not locked? Oh! Did somebody use that sword to break the lock, or like open the door? Then unlock it. Makes sense as to they were right next to one another. Let's try them. It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door, and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time. But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open. A door that was locked tight despite it not being locked at all. Oh, the sword. Okay, they didn't use it to unlock the door, they used it to, like, keep the door shut. Can only be because of this. Oh, you mean... Yeah, it was used to jam the door. There we go. Here, take a look at the door handle. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed? So that's how the sword broke. Yeah. Interesting. Fair enough. What else do we have? What is suspicious? The table. Until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. There's 3 cups. Oh, a key. I wonder what this key is to. You got me. Reminds me of the key we found in the other room. That's it, that must be the key for one of those trapdoors. That wasn't a trapdoor. You only call it one because you quite literally jumped into it. Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one? I'm not having this conversation with you. I got kind of sidetracked. Okay. I just saw the key and was like, yeah! Cheap styrofoam cups. Looks like only 3 cups were used. They were poured to dare. So they were on top of the table, the coffee looks like it was poured to dare. Right. Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers. There are 3 chairs set around the table. Folding chairs, 3 of them were set up, it's very likely that the kidnappers sat in these. Wait, wasn't there only 2 though? I could have sworn it was established that there was only 2 kidnappers. Either that or I'm just crazy. Maybe just crazy. Right, so... 3 cups and the folding chairs. Is this where we're going to find out? Oh, there's 3 of them. So the common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3. Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers. There we go. Indeed, something isn't adding up. Literally. Is it possible that there is a 3rd kidnapper Lance didn't see? I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers, but instead we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. How fun. Oh, Jesus! What is it? Well, well! Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct? What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that? This is an underground passage used by staff members, sir. We badgers also make use of it in our duties. Look, why don't you get out of there first, and then we'll talk, okay? I beg your pardon, miss. Badger get. Knew it. Alright, only 1 more to go. What are you getting all excited about? Did you forget? The photo rally, duh! See, look. Now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad badger and I'm done. Ah yes, I vaguely recall the contest or something of that sort. What? It's gone. But where did it go? What happened? What's wrong? A bad badger costume is missing, sir. Oh? Is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnappers stole it. I heard about how they were stolen, but they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken. What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please, tell me a little more about these costumes you use. Okay, so now we have to talk to him, I guess. So, what did you mean by a bad badger costume is missing? Why, just what I said, sir. We are 1 bad badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all time. Okay, so because one of them is walking around the park, the other should be in that room. Actually, both of them should be in that room. Huh? What do you mean? Normally we don't use the bad badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. Oh, I see. It's the stage show where the bad badger wreaks havoc around the park, and the other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir. I'm speechless that such a show exists. Well, so I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume. That doesn't then doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the Bad Badger? Personally, I can't believe that it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I to do, sir? All this basically means is that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total. Then are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers? No, I don't think that's very likely. Oh? Recall the costumes for a minute. Stolen ones, you mean? What proves that a 4th kidnapper does not exist? The Pink Badger? If you had 4 people and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a Pink Badger costume instead? Yeah, that makes sense. And yet the kidnappers decided to steal another Bad Badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 Bad Badger costumes, but the question is, why? Unaccounted for Bad Badger. It's a 4th stolen costume by the 3-person kidnapping group. Where's the other costume? This must be where they dispose of old and worn-out costumes. Oh, wait. So I can now actually do this. Unaccounted for Bad Badger and costume pieces. Boom, boom, boom. The 2nd Bad Badger costume. I believe it may be closer at hand than we think. What do you mean? That costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pants? Hey, you're right. Let's get it out of there and take a look. Wait, what the fuck? As I suspected, it's a Bad Badger costume. Well, minus the head. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious nook and cranny. Nook and cranny. Look, its hand is hurt. It looks more like something was ripped off of it. Oh. Wait, the gun? Would it be the gun? Crap, where's the, like, badger pamphlet thing? There it is. A violent criminal with a gun. It would be the gun. I would assume. Yes, if I deduce. It is indeed the Bible. Eureka! I believe what we have here is an inconsistency. Between what? Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be. Oh, the gun! Precisely. The Bad Badger was always designed to hold a gun in his right hand. However... You there, did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume. As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto-Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct? Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks. We need to use them for the stage show. It seems that our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costume friend. Ah. Okay. I think we're about done with this room. So what's next? Well, we found a few answers. But there are still a few things left that we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay. Ah. So there's that. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Gumshoe! You gotta hurry, sir, come on. What is it, detective? They found a blue badger costume down in front of the main gate, sir. What? Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing? Bingo. That's why you gotta come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we still might be able to get there before Wolfboy does, sir. Alright, let's make haste to the main gate. Ta-da-da-la! Oh my god, again? Really? That's incredible. Just how fast this has been going. Like, absolutely. I might just finish this case today. As opposed to not, but we'll see. It depends how long it takes, really. Right, so March 13th. Gatewater Land, main gate. It's only been, in total, 4 hours in this case, because I think we started it at like 11 AM. Oh, God, again. Keep forgetting. Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, what am I doing? I keep misclicking and clicking off of the window. Just on the other side of the fountain, sir. Oh, what the? It's a blue badger. Was it out here in the open all along? No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly. And let's get down to it. The pendant. I mean, it's pretty obvious. What do we have here? Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one.